not fucking like it. Burybob, come on! Make some noise!
Hello. Are you ready for some Polish humor? Yeah. Yeah, you're sure?
Yeah.
Okay, I am here in England, pinching your good people's jobs. My girlfriend, she's back in Krakow. We are poles apart. Okay. You are having tonight what is called trick and treat, yes?
Yeah.
I was the first person in my village to do trick and treat, and everyone thinks he's great. He's the first, he gets every gift. It was a nightmare. Every house I have to explain the history of Halloween and what is trick and treat. And when I explain, the people say, we did not know you were coming, we have no chocolate. This is true story, it's not funny. I have, I have confession to make. I'm not actually Polish. I've actually just come back from Afghanistan. I've been over there for 3 years. I'll fucking murder that travel agent when I catch up with him. I've been in a place called the Helmand province. You might have heard it on the news, the Helmand province. 3 years I was over there, I didn't see one jar of mayonnaise. It's a big conspiracy. Before that, we were in Iraq, and me and the guys found an underground bunker full of lawnmowers. And they told us it was Saddam's weapons of grass reduction. So, I've yet again another government lie. So, I've come back to England and I've just totally lost faith. In fact, the other day, I was in the polling office and I had my shirt up and I was creating sort of a 6-pack, 24-pack. And this woman came over to me, clipboard and all that. She said, excuse me, love, you here to vote? I said, no, I'm abstaining. She could obviously see there was something wrong up top, so they rang him, got the doctor to come and have a word with me, and he took me back and he said, look, we think you've got post-traumatic stress disorder, but we call it PTSD. He said, well, you can upgrade to HD for a £5 a month, which I thought was fair. But he said, what do you think your problem is? I said, to be honest, I think the medication is holding me back. But it turned out my jacket was actually caught in his filing cabinet. So I pulled myself free, as you do, and I banged into his table, and I knocked his mirror on the floor, smashed everywhere. He says to me, 7 years bad luck? Then he sat me down and told me I had a month to live. So I was, a little mortified, as you could imagine. I said, well, what was I supposed to do? He went, well, listen, the world's going to end, in December 2012, so don't worry about it. Just, the only advice I can give you is go out there into the big wide world, do something you've never done before. So I took his words to heart and applied for a job. The first job I got through my mate, it was working at a cannabis farm, but the wages weren't very high. It's not good. But the boss was saying to me, like, people were pilfering the stuff and that. And I went, oh, are you paranoid, mate? He said, there's no smoke without fire. And one day he caught me rolling the smoke. So he fired me. The next job I got, I was actually working security on a children's playground. No paedophile jokes tonight, thank you. But I quit that one because the career was on the slide. Then eventually I got a job working in an old folks home in a care home. Just sat around with the old days, drinking tea all day. It was really chilled. Well, they won't put the fucking heating on. But one of the girls I worked with, she was pregnant with twins. It was Siamese twins actually. And I thought it was really nice because all the old days in there knitted some lovely double neck sweaters for the babies. But we had to knock it all on the head because it turned out they were sharing needles. But that ended up in an old folks home. I can't remember quite what was wrong. They said she was a claustrophobic, agoraphobic. You couldn't take her anywhere. But I suppose it's a bit of an indicator. My family's always been a bit messed up, a bit strange. I remember when I was a lad, I used to say to the family dog, play dead, and it'd run off and bury itself under the patio. So I've got my own little lad we had what you describe as like a Kodak moment. Yeah, he took his first steps. Oh. Yeah, he stole a pair of ladders from outside B&Q and my brother filmed it. But he's one of them art kids, he's a bit of a dick. He's alright, but he's always trying to catch you out. I think it's only so he could rob the house. But we've got this sort of a psychic understanding going on. We're always finishing each other's sentences. Prison guard's not happy about it. In fact, last time I was in prison, he smuggled me a phone in, and on my birthday he sent me a text, happy birthday mate, and a little picture of a birthday cake. And just at that moment the guard steamed in and dragged the phone off me. But when they looked for the picture of the cake, it said file not found. So that was my escape plan thwarted. So yeah, he never really got on with my ex-missus. She said she was sick of him coming round. And it cost me a fortune in chloroform. But she was a funny one. She was a bit old-fashioned. She used to describe me with words like dashing. I said, I've always walked this fast. But she was one of them. Every time she said, you've got to learn to take the rough with the smooth, I knew she bought the wrong peanut butter. Talking of peanut butter, I went to a fancy dress party with my brother. And he said, like, come on, you know, make your costume really unique. So there's like prizes and everything. I went, right, okay, I'll put some thought into it, make an effort. You know, only got a month left, like, you know what I mean? So he turned up at the door, there's this little fairy cake covered in icing. Well, what's that? He went, French fancy dress. Fair enough. So I thought, I'm going to go with something that nobody else is going to notice. And I went as an alarm clock. Thought, I'm guaranteed to win a prize. But it turned out to be a massive disaster. Everyone spent all night trying to wind me up. So in the end, I just had enough. I gave up the beer a few years ago because, well, I just did. And I went home and thought, I'm going to have a nice mug of hot chocolate. So got me hot chocolate carton out of the cupboard, and I took the lid off. I looked inside, and there's like little wigwams and teepees, and even a little campfire in the middle of the hot chocolate powder. I'm like, what's going on here? I thought, I wonder how long it's been in there. So I looked on the cupboard, on the carton for the sell-by date, and there's a little notice. It said, warning, contents may settle over time. And, you know, I just sat there thinking, what's the world coming to? And then the doctor's words rung in my head again. It's like an abrupt end. So it was there, and then I had an epiphany, a full-blown epiphany. It was, you know, I wasn't sure at the time, so I ran off, got the dictionary, epiphany. Yeah, it was full-blown. And I realised my destiny, what I was going to do. You know, if the world was going to end 21st of December, I was going to build a time machine. And I'm going to go forward in time to the day after the apocalypse. Not exactly to save the world, just be a nosy bastard, basically. But I'm thinking, right, I've not got long, so I better sort of get on this time machine building thing. And I'm trying to think of famous time travellers, and the only person I could come up with in my head is like Doctor Who. I thought, well, you know, I've not got a phone box, but 21st century, mate, take your mobile, don't be a dickhead. So I thought the best thing I have got is my shower cubicle. It's like a little compact unit, you know, where there's like taps, I can do them for like time and day, and the thermostat up there just to play with it, you know, on the journey. So the only thing I didn't have was a countdown, because unfortunately I'd thrown away the alarm clock, you know. So I was looking at it though, there was a repeat of Countdown on Dave. So I ran in the other room, turned it up, waited for the conundrum, and then it's like, and that's me, that's the sound of me off into the future. I can't really tell you what happened next. Well, I suppose I'll have to, you won't know. But I went through maybe 4 wormholes and about 6 bars of soap. And then eventually I landed in, you know, I could tell that everything around was gone, just me in the shower cubicle. Everything jutted to a hole. So, pulled the shower curtain back, took the shower cap off, and stepped out into the future. And it was like a scene from one of these apocalyptic movies. Just everything was devastation. There was no buildings standing, no life, just dust and wind and like fire and, well, I say brimstone, I don't know what brimstone is, but there was fire there. Well, not a pile of rocks, but we'll call it brimstone. So I'm looking out thinking, no man, this can't be right. I went back, checked the tab share the date, 22nd of December. So yeah, I'm here, you know. I was just, you know, like, to be serious for a moment, I was looking around at the landscape and thought, there's nothing left. You know, everything we had in life, all the music and love and beauty and art and literature and, you know, all the other Ponzi stuff we pretend to care about. But we've come to a point of devastation. We've blown ourselves to obliteration. I thought, what do I do? This is bad news. I need to get back and tell everybody about this. You know, I wiped a tear away from my eye. I weren't crying, you know, it was dusty, like I said. So I'm just heading back to the time machine, and I just noticed behind the brimstone a little dark mop of air slowly emerging, and then this little scorched face underneath it. I thought, there's a survivor, I can't believe it. And he just looked at me, he was making eye contact, this little elfin face. I thought, he's got a message, he's got something to convey, something for me to take back. And, you know, tell people we need to start working together and not against each other, because I've seen the future and there's nothing there. And I walked over to him and I beckoned him to speak, to impart his knowledge. And he muttered those immortal words. Have you got a spare seat, baby? Anyway, speaking of time machines, time was out there.
Burybob.